Welcome to Pagan Crafting. I'm your host, Kara. Today, we're going to make a dandelion salve. Through the powers of the sun, we're going to combat arthritis, anti-aging, explore a whole new skincare. I'm going to profile a plant with a newly made herbal grimoire sheet. We're going to look at the magical and medicinal uses of the dandelion salve. Join me today as I forage on my friend's property and make a homemade dandelion skincare. Although it's often dismissed as a little bit more than a stubborn lawn weed, dandelion has been used in many forms of traditional medicine for centuries. Not only can the leaves, roots, and flower add a pop of color to your plate, but they're often found in herbal teas and supplements, where they're used as a natural remedy to support blood sugar management and boost skin, liver, and heart health. I'm going to go over medicinal and magical uses and health benefits of the dandelion. For one, they are highly nutritious. From root to flower, dandelions are loaded with vitamins, minerals, fibers, iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, vitamins A, C, K, E, and also vitamin B. Dandelion root is often dried to make a tea, roasted to make a coffee. You can also eat it whole like you do other root vegetables. You can eat the flowers to the leaves in a salad. It contains potent antioxidants, which may explain many of its medicinal properties. It helps fight inflammation, so it's great to reduce inflammation, and it helps out arthritis. It may aid in blood sugar management. It may reduce cholesterol and triglyceride levels, as well as cholesterol levels, both which are key factors for heart disease. It's going to lower blood sugar pressure. It may promote liver health. Studies suggest that dandelion extract protects against liver damage and disease. It also can reduce blood pressure. It may aid in weight loss even. Research indicates that dandelions and their compounds may support weight control. They have anti-cancer effects even. Perhaps one of the most intriguing health claims about the dandelion extract is its potential to prevent the growth of cancerous cells in various organ systems. It may support healthy digestion and treat constipation, great for the gut. It may boost immune health. Studies indicate that the dandelion have an antimicrobial, antiviral properties that may support your body's ability to fight infection. It even may support healthy bones. It may be used in skincare treatment, and that's what we're going to use it for today. Research notes that a dandelion extract may protect against skin damage caused by sunlight, aging, and acne. One study shows that dandelion leaf and flower extracts prevented skin damage when applied just before or immediately after exposure to UVB radiation, which this is a radiation you get from sunlight. Interesting, the dandelion root may not have the same effect. Different ways to use dandelions in witchcraft. You could use them in sun magic. The bright yellow full flower makes a cheerful addition to any solar or daylight ritual, including creativity, inspiration spells. Press them in your book of shadows. Add them to kitchen witch recipes. Add them to little wildflower bouquets for woodland spirits. Use them in spells for bravery and courage. The word dandelion comes from the French word dandelion, which means tooth of lion. Use in the mojo bags for confidence, bravery, and courage. Include them in wishing spells. Make a divination tea. Pile them on your Beltane altar. Drive out dark energy spirits, bringing bouquets of dandelions in the home to dispel dark thoughts and negative spiritual energies. Ring spell candles with them. Arrange dandelions around the base of the altar candle to welcome happiness and a playful joy in your circle. So what I'm doing here, I have a plant grimoire sheet, and I've designed this so I can profile my plants this summer as I go foraging. I'm excited to start my new adventure with plant profiling. So I've included a place here to draw the flower, the root, the leaves, different parts of the flower that you wish to see here. I thought identifying the leaf is always important. I like to learn my leaves as well as the flowers and stems. So I have a place here for the names, the common name, the folk name, the botanical name, the correspondences, such as the planetary Jupiter, the element air for the dandelion, the chakra is solar plexus, the direction is east, gender masculine, the deities is Hecate, the zodiac is Leo. Some folk names are blowball, lion's tooth, and puffball. Harvesting location would be anywhere in North America, that's where I'm from. Pretty much anywhere in the world has dandelions. The season is spring and summer for in North America, and the moon phase harvests them at all times. It's pretty cool at night when you can see all the dandelions start to close up. You just notice the whole field is green and no longer yellow. It's pretty cool. So the next one here I'm filling out is the magical properties. You can find out how long you will live for. Maybe you will find out if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. You can blow the head off and see how many years you will have left to live by how many seeds are left. You can send a message to a loved one through divination and more. Healing and medicinal uses we went over, and observations and cautions and notes would be on this page too. This is what the salve looks like here. It is gorgeous. We are simply going to be using oil, beeswax. We're going to be using some essential oils. I have vitamin E oil here. This is the sheet that you saw me fill out. Again, I have a place that you can do your drawing. It might have been a little hard to see, but it was pretty bright out. The names, correspondences, when to harvest, location, season, magical properties, healing medicinal properties, and observations, cautions, and notes. You can find these on my Patreon, or you can download it on my Etsy store. I've included in the description down below where you can find that link. So what we're going to do here is all my dandelions have closed up. It's nighttime now and they're getting drier out, so they're going to close up. So I break open the side, and then I squeeze out. I put a little pressure with my left thumb, and then I pinch out the flowers. And some flowers are going to be left behind. You're not going to get them all, but if you start picking at it too much, you're going to get a lot more of the green. We don't really want that, and we can help some of it that's coming in, but you want to avoid the green going in. Just the flowers we're going to use. It's a bit of a process, but an absolutely worthy process. So again, just pinching out the flowers, super easy, just takes a little while. You just take your time. So after you figured I have about 2/3 of a jar. You can go about half or 2/3 of a jar. This is a mason jar you could use. You can use anything you'd like, but I find it easier to be able to boil the oil on the stove top easier this way. So next off, what I'm using here is sunflower oil. It costs a little bit more, but I don't care for using olive oil. I like cooking with olive oil, but I don't like the smell of olive oil on my skin. And it really overpowers my essential oils, versus I find the sunflower oil doesn't have a scent. It is beautiful. Sunflower is also perfect to use for this solar magic salve. Sunflower oil is ruled by the sun and the element of fire. Sunflower oil makes a great carrier oil for blends that deal with protection, fertility, health, wisdom, and solar magic. So what you want to do is add the oil about an inch just above the flowers or whichever type of herb that you're using. This wound up being so thick, I had to give it a good stir, and then the oil settled, and then I added some more. So again, and just an inch, about 2.5 centimeters just above your flower line. Get a good stir in there. It's almost like a little paste. It's cool how it turned out. My awesome little skull spoon. No big deal. So much fun. I love that spoon. Now we're going to throw it in some water. I had it on medium on a soft boil, medium boil. And you want to bring that up to a medium boil for 3 hours. You can also infuse it and leave it in the windowsill for a while as well, but the flowers, because they're not dried, will go rancid sooner than a drier herb, which normally would use. So this salve is only going to be good for a certain amount of time. It's not going to be a long time. So we're going to grab some cheesecloth here. Now you see in my pot, I got 2 pots going on there, and I have 2 empty mason jars. I'm actually making a plantain salve at the same time. So I'm going to go through with my plantain salve and all the benefits and all the goodies of that in another video. But for now, you're going to see me making a little bit of both here. Now that those 2 are ready, we're going to get ready to pour it here. Now when I am pouring, it is quite hot. You want to, if you can see the separation there, oh, so beautiful. I can see color. Now remember, the sunflower oil is very clear, so we're going to get some gorgeous color. Look at that. Beautiful yellow with the sunflower color of the dandelion. Oh, I'm so excited. And you want to let that drip and drip out the oil. And this is my plantain salve on the left, dandelion on the right. So while we're going to let these ones sit and drain for a while and cool down a bit so that I can handle them, we're going to grab some white beeswax. I chose the white beeswax versus the golden. No difference. It's just I prefer the white so I can see what natural colors come on out of my concoctions. We're going to grab 2 ounces of beeswax per mason jar. Now the plantain, I have about 1.5 cups of oil that I wound up extracting from my concoction, and the dandelion oil I got about 1.25 cups. So I put about 2 ounces of beeswax in both. So I melted those down separately. So I'm going to put this back into the water now. The water, I've remained at the same consistent temperatures which I had the original oil. So we're going to melt that now. We're going to bring that wax up to the previous temperature of the oil. While that's melting down, I'm going to strain out the excess oil. Now, I didn't give this time enough to really cool down, so this is smoking hot on my fingers right now. But I'm an Aries and I'm an impatient, so that's fine. I don't want to do the shot. It's so much fun. So we're going to strain the excess out. Quite a bit left. Look how much the flowers cooked down. Beautiful color. I'm so excited. Look at all that oil. Okay, so now you've had all that oil strained out, you want to put this back in the pot and bring both the wax and the oil up to the same temperature. This water's down a little bit low, so it looks like a hard boil, but it's actually it's a medium low. Out of 10, 4.5. So I missed the shot here, but what I've done, I've poured the wax, the 2 ounces of wax into each of the jars and stirred very lightly, mix that all in very thoroughly. I'm getting out some nice little black tins. These are 2-ounce tins. I've poured out my plantain. Oh, so nice. Make sure you don't drip any of the water into your containers. And when you put the oil into your containers with your herbs, make sure also your mason jar is very clean and very dry. I'm going to rock in some grapefruit essential oil. Not only that grapefruit oil smells amazing, we're going to lay down about 15 to 20 drops, but it's also amazing for your skin. It actually tightens the skin. It's an anti-aging. It's beautiful to use. Ylang-ylang. This one's a little bit more potent, so you can do about a 10 to 15 drops, 5 to 10 drops. And I'm going to bring in 2 teaspoons of vitamin E pure oil. Again, amazing for the skin. And that's going to be great for scar tissue as well as stretch marks. When I wound up using this salve, I recorded this video yesterday and tried the salve, and my tattoos are brilliant. I woke up this morning and the colors on my arms are darker. They look like they were done like I got them 4 years ago. Now that you've stirred in your essential oil and your beeswax, you can pour them into containers. I've used these little black tin ones. I found these ones on Amazon. You could also use some little cosmetic containers as well as small mason jars, but they're nicer to have a wider opening so you can get your fingers in there. Some people use a really small container and it's kind of, you can only get in there with one finger. So I like the larger, wider mouth openings when making salves. And throwing down the excess into my little mason jar. So it takes about, depending on the size of your container, if you got a 1-ounce container, you're probably looking at about 15-20 minutes. These were 2-ounce containers, and mason jars are 4-ounce. It was about 33 minutes, half an hour, until everything was solidified, and it turned out perfect. It didn't indent, it didn't drown, nothing. I'm stoked. And before we finish our video, I just want to lay down a little disclaimer. Anytime you make anything for your skin, your body, any kind of cosmetics, always do a skin test first. And also never harvest dandelions from within the city and in the city limits. There's pollution, smog, horrible stuff. You can't consume it. It shouldn't be absorbed into your skin at all. So throw me down in the comments below if you're going to make some dandelion salve. I would love to hear from it. Your body, your skin will love you for it. Thank you for chilling out with me today. It's, as always, it is a pleasure. Throw me down a little like up and ring that bell so you know when the next video comes out.